Hello and welcome to PressStartLiving, your go-to spot for diving deep into the real costs of living in cities around the globe. Whether you're planning your next big move, dreaming about future adventures, or just curious about how life stacks up in different corners of the world, you've come to the right place. Today, we're taking a fascinating journey through two vibrant cities, Hong Kong and Manchester. Each offers its unique vibe, culture, and lifestyle. But how do they compare when it comes to the nitty-gritty of daily expenses? From the cost of a coffee in bustling city centres to the price of a cozy apartment, we'll explore it all. Join us as we break down everything from food prices to transportation costs and even take a peek at the housing market. Whether you're a student, a professional, or someone looking to change their scenery, understanding these differences is key to making informed decisions. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started on this exciting comparison. And hey, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We have many more comparisons and explorations coming your way. Plus, we love hearing from you. Drop your thoughts, questions, or even requests for future videos in the comments section below. Welcome to the community, and let's press start on living smarter together. Right, let me tell you about switching from the bustling streets of Hong Kong to Manchester, which is a bit like swapping chopsticks for a fork. Both get the job done, but the technique's a bit different, eh? First off, there's the chatter. Back in Hong Kong, if someone throws a Cantonese phrase at you faster than a flying wok, it's normal. Here, it's all about the Manc accent, sounding a touch like a song but with a lot fewer vowels. Took me a good 6 months to stop asking everyone to repeat themselves. Tip 1. Tune into local radio. Nothing like a bit of BBC Manchester to get your ears in shape. Tip 2. Practice your A-ups and sound mate at the local pub. Works a charm. Tip 3. Watch Coronation Street. No better way to get a crash course in local slang. Then there's the grub. Swapping dim sum and fish balls for pies and gravy isn't for the faint-hearted. My taste buds were in shock for the first few weeks. They didn't know what hit them. Here's a tip. Start with something mild, like a Sunday roast, before you dive into the world of black pudding. Second tip. There's this magic thing called salt and vinegar on chips. Not fries, mind you. Don't knock it till you try it. And lastly, for when you miss home, Manchester's got a cracking Chinatown, one of the best. Transport's another laugh. In Hong Kong, you're never far from an MTR station, and they're as punctual as a heartbeat. In Manchester, however, you'll be playing guessing games with the bus schedules. Took me about 3 months to stop planning my day around the bus times. So tip 1, get yourself a bike. It's often faster, and you don't have to rely on anyone else's schedule. Tip 2, download a transport app. Absolute lifesaver. And tip 3, if you must bus, always have a backup plan and maybe a book to pass the time. And oh, the shopping! From the endless malls of Hong Kong to the quirky boutiques and sprawling markets of Manchester. It's less glitzy but has character. Took me a bit to navigate without a sea of neon signs about a month or so. Tip 1, explore the Northern Quarter for some unique finds. Tip 2, don't miss out on the Christmas markets. Nothing like them back in Hong Kong. Tip 3, always have cash on hand at markets. It's a bit old school like that. Now let's talk space. Hong Kong knows how to squeeze into a microflat like nowhere else. Here you can stretch a bit more. Finding a place with actual separate rooms felt like luxury, even if the heating bills gave me a fright. It took a couple of months to stop converting pounds to Hong Kong dollars in shock. Tip, start with a budget in mind and stick to it, even if you think you've hit the jackpot space-wise. Second tip, learn the ins and outs of council tax. It's not included in the rent. Third, get cozy with double glazing. It's your best mate in winter. Lastly, the calm. Manchester's got a slower pulse compared to Hong Kong's 24/7 buzz. It's like everyone's on a leisurely stroll. Took me about 4 months to stop rushing everywhere. First tip, take up a local hobby, maybe something outdoorsy to blend in with the leisurely pace. Second, use the extra hours you gain from the slow pace to explore nearby nature. The peaks are right there. Third, embrace the local music scene. It's legendary and the perfect way to unwind. Adjusting's a bit like learning to dance a new style. Step on toes, twirl around, and eventually you'll find the rhythm. Or in Manchester's case, the rhyme, right? Let's talk about personal space. In Hong Kong, a crowded MTR or a jam-packed street is just part of daily life, where personal bubbles are more theoretical than real. In Manchester, though, folks value their personal space. You might just get a few tuts and side eyes if you stand too close in line. Took me a couple of weeks to stop inching up close to the person in front of me. Tip 1, always maintain an arm's length distance in queues. Tip 2, observe how locals interact and mimic it. When in Rome or Manchester. Tip 3, in crowded places like concerts or busy bars, still respect the bubble. It's appreciated. Next up, the pace of life. Hong Kong never sleeps, buzzing with life at all hours. Manchester, on the other hand, might seem a bit more laid back, especially on Sundays when the city takes a slow breath. It was a bit disorienting at first, taking about a month to appreciate the slower pace without feeling restless. Tip 1. Use the extra quiet time for leisurely walks or exploring new hobbies. Tip 2. Check out local cafes and libraries where you can relax and enjoy the slower pace. Tip 3. Don't rush your meals, enjoy the local dining scene and the time to savor your food. Sporting culture is a whole new ballgame here. While Hong Kong has its sports enthusiasts, Manchester's passion for football is something else. It's like a religion. Not knowing your city from your United can be a social faux pas. It took me a few awkward conversations and about 2 months to catch up. Tip 1. Pick a team, any team, but choose wisely. Loyalty is key. Tip 2. Try to catch a few games to really understand the fervour and camaraderie. Tip 3. Learn some key player names and recent match stats. It's a great conversation starter. Lastly, let's chat about the community vibe. In Hong Kong, the community might feel more reserved, with interactions often brief and to the point. In Manchester, there's a strong sense of local community, with neighbours more likely to chat over the fence or at the local pub. Initially, this was a bit overwhelming, taking me about 3 months to adjust and start initiating conversations myself. Tip 1. Attend local community events to get a feel for the communal pulse. Tip 2. Don't shy away from small talk. It's how relationships start here. Tip 3. If invited, always try to attend local gatherings or pub quizzes. It's a fast track to feeling part of the community. So there you have it, a little insider knowledge to help you swap your Hong Kong hustle for some Manchester mojo. Remember, it's all about embracing the new while cherishing the old. Before you know it, you'll be feeling right at home, ready to pass on your own tips to the next newcomer. Navigating the cost of living differences between Manchester and Hong Kong can feel a bit like a financial roller coaster, some ups, some downs, and a few thrilling surprises. Let's unpack these and throw in a couple of savvy tips for stretching your pounds in Manchester. McMeal at McDonald's, cheaper in Manchester. Grab a combo meal for less than half the price compared to Hong Kong. Tip 1. Explore local eateries and street food options for diverse and often less expensive meals. Tip 2. Look out for lunch specials in the city centre. Many places offer great deals during weekdays. Cappuccino, regular, a tad more expensive in Manchester. If your daily grind includes a cappuccino, those pence add up quickly. Tip 1. Try smaller independent coffee shops. They often offer better prices and tastier coffee than the big chains. Tip 2. Many workplaces offer free coffee. Take advantage of it if you can. It's not just economical, but it also saves time. Rice, white, 1 kilo. The price is nearly identical, but every little saving counts. Tip 1. Shop at ethnic markets. You might find better deals on bulk purchases. Tip 2. Keep an eye on supermarket deals and stock up during sales. Monthly pass, regular price. Public transport is significantly cheaper in Manchester. Tip 1. Take full advantage of this by exploring the city and surrounding areas more freely. Tip 2. Some employers offer a season ticket loan, an upfront payment for your pass that you repay monthly, which can save you a chunk over time. Volkswagen Golf 1.4 90 kW Trendline, or equivalent new car. Cars are somewhat cheaper in Hong Kong, but if you're buying a car in Manchester, consider this. Tip 1. Look into slightly used or certified pre-owned vehicles for better deals. Tip 2. Evaluate if you really need a car. With cheaper public transport, you might be better off without the expenses of a vehicle. Apartment, 1 bedroom, in city centre. Renting in Manchester is significantly cheaper than in Hong Kong. Tip 1. Still, shop around and consider slightly off-centre locations for even better rates. Tip 2. Negotiate. Especially in private rentals, there's often some room to discuss the price. Price per square metre to buy apartment in city centre. Property is much more affordable in Manchester. Tip 1. Consider this as an investment opportunity if you plan to stay long term. Tip 2. Explore different neighbourhoods thoroughly to find the best value for your investment. Average monthly net salary after tax. Salaries are higher in Hong Kong, but so are some living costs. Tip 1. Budget wisely to make the most of your income in Manchester, perhaps putting savings into local investment options. Tip 2. Look for additional earning opportunities like freelancing or part-time jobs, especially in the vibrant creative and tech sectors in Manchester. With these tips, you're better prepared to juggle the financial aspects of life in Manchester while enjoying the city's rich cultural tapestry and friendly community vibe. Happy saving and spending! Alright, Press Start Living fam, that's a wrap on our cost of living comparison between Manchester and Hong Kong. Whether you're sipping a cappuccino in a cozy Manchester cafe or navigating the bustling streets of Hong Kong, it's all about making smart choices that let you enjoy life without breaking the bank. If you found these insights helpful, why not dive deeper? Smash that subscribe button to stay updated with all our latest videos. We've got plenty more cost of living comparisons on the channel, so check them out and see how other cities stack up. Got a city or topic you're curious about? Drop us a comment below. We love hearing your ideas and might just feature your requested city in our next video. Remember, this channel is all about helping you make informed decisions wherever your journey takes you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Press Start Living for more practical tips and lively insights. Keep those requests coming, and let's keep exploring together.